Alright guys, hello and good morning. Well, good morning for me. Good whatever it is for you, I guess. I'm Samus. We're recording WaterBlock episode 38. If you watched the last video, 37, you may have noticed that I've got a few things kind of running a little bit, almost, here or there. Basically right now we're taking... There's no iron production and there's no copper production currently in the base. Okay, so keep that in mind. But we're hard shifting some of this stuff out of this area and down here. And we're just doing a slow transfer right now with some of these belts. Let me make sure that's not important. Shouldn't be. No. Okay. But I think you saw me set this up, and you may have missed this. So basically what we have going on right here is we have a big purified water tank starting to gather water up together. We have little tanks on each side, and basically this monstrosity slowly putting out ores. Sorry about that. So we got to do a couple of things this morning. First of all, we need to set up our sorting, right? The original plan was to go something like this for sorting. I don't know if it's the best plan right now, but I think we'll stick with it for just a little bit. And really all we're trying to do is get this iron up and running again. And of course then copper. But let's see. We want floaters. See, we made those touch, right? Yeah, we did. And this takes how many? 6. Really, we only need 1 here? Alright. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2. And also we need to make sure that we plan to fill the belt. Yeah, you know what? Let's... Let's see, we're gonna need 1 more of these. And I think we're out of iron, which is ideal. Go grab what's left of our iron super fast. We'll see if we can't get iron back up and running. But I've done similar things like this in the past. We'll just take all of that. I'll have to shut that down soon. Oh, I guess I should have started building one of these as I was running down here. There we go. Alright, now iron's back under production. This way things are currently kind of looped together. Raw iron needs to go in here, and coke needs to go in here. I think for right this minute, we're probably going to be the coke factory. Not the good kind either. I think we set up something to gather some coke. Yeah, a little box right here. A bunch, actually. We're not that far away from being able to use a few robots. So we're gonna see if we can't limp along just a little bit on some of this stuff. However, if I'm going to do that, it makes me want to move this to in here. So then this should be able to just go right there, right? Oh, gross. Where's my car? Way down here. I did end up making a car. The base has gotten like barely big enough to want to be able to get from the top to the bottom a little quicker. Like just barely. Also, I'm over here. Do I have nothing? I have nothing. I need to change my color too, I think. Alrighty. And this will currently just be iron, please. And then I believe that turns everything back on once we have power. See, unfortunately, this means you're burning coke as fuel, and I don't like that. Because the coke for fuel it's pretty crazy. And we are going to need a fuel line down here. What do we have up here? This is carbon, right? Yeah, carbon currently goes on the bus. This thing, the coke pellets don't go anywhere. Except for down here. So if we make that go like this, and we put a split in right here. We should be able to walk it all down there. This will hopefully be gone. Eventually, hopefully all of that will be gone, but whatever. Keep things straight. Alright, where do we want the fuel line to go? Right now, probably something like that. What is going on? Is it just taking its sweet time? Like, clearly it's worked some. A little bit. And I don't understand. For some reason this is not producing. Like it's. Aha! A noob mistake. Okay. Let's see, which means. Alrighty. So that should be iron back working. What we'll just do is we'll plug it into this. And I need... Oh boy. I'm gonna need at least two more of those probably. Let's also slap down the robo port. Like anywhere is fine. Why don't you take half of the robots? And then have those robots start to decommission. Somewhere in that vicinity. And iron. Now, need just a little bit more red boards. We apparently have plenty of. Oh, and the dogs are gonna bark. Nice. Apparently they're gonna bark a lot. Might call it a kind of short video if they don't be quiet in a minute. So, right now, the way things are going to work, or the way I have them envisioned anyway, let's see if that actually works that way. This probably needs to be. So the idea is that hopefully I'll be able to have a controller storage house that I'll put a minimum amount in. And the idea is to do it for each material, right? In fact, I'm going to make a few of these big electric poles real quick. Apparently more of my robots want to be working for me. Still getting over my cold. The wife is complaining that she thinks she's caught in it now. Okay, so the general idea, I'm gonna hook up the contents of the bus. We need another power down here somewhere. This is such an awkward. I was hoping I'd be able to make it most of the way down here. How close to get to that pole? Still a ways. Alright. Alright, so basically the general idea is to use that warehouse up there to control this pump to basically decide how much we're going to run. So for now, and I don't know if this is going to work correctly, but we're going to say if there's not at least, if it's ever less than 400 run. So it's running because there's none in there because we're not really making anything right now. So what we'll do is we'll grab half of our robots and we'll put them in here, and then this should be disabled, so we're going to start taking a bunch of this apart. We'll leave the power stuff, make sure it stays running. So then we just need to start figuring out how we want to start adding the next parts, right? Why are they coming to me still? Oh, those are my robots. Catch me if you can. Excellent. And basically that big warehouse is just a little storage area to let me know what's going on. So now this is all running. And I was also thinking that I'd be able to use this storage warehouse to like transfer. So like for iron, I'd be able to put iron in here, but I'm not sure now it's gonna work. We'll see. I've got 2 whole copper. I'm gonna put in this. And this guy's, I've already worked through the backlog, so to speed up iron production now, we need to just work on water production. I currently don't have. I'm thinking I might just make a little bit of area here for pure water purification. Twice. This doesn't have a pump. Should this have a pump? It turns. Yeah, these are just gonna eat it. Yeah, we need a lot more pure water pumps. Alright. So I'm gonna figure out the easiest way to get some landfill. Probably just right over here. Got these little islands over here that need to be claimed in the name of Samus's. We don't need millions of landfill down here, but it's nice to have a little bit. Whoa. It's probably not that big of a deal, really. This is probably totally full. Oh, close. I have to say, some of these things are working really nicely. The biggest problem now is space management. So perfect. That'll work. That will do. Now, if I remember correctly, I have a few hydro plants. Where do I want a sailing plant for this? Let's look at the water area here. The easiest way to make pure water looks like, doesn't look like it can be made in a sanitation plant. So I can make 100 with 20 leftover water here. But I believe that 20 leftover water can get used. No, that's mineralized water. And that would be like salt water or something. Okay. So for now, we'll probably just evaporate it. And it'll take 100. I just kind of want to do this with the least amount of pipes as possible right now. Oh wait, now it's going to take 300 a second. Or this makes 300. Oh, that makes a ton. Alright, never mind. So we are going to use a pipe. This one pump looks like it's going to basically power everything. Look, I never claimed to be good. Just claimed to be here. I think we want to go 3, actually. So we can just do that for now, and then... Oh, not you. And I hate not having something in place to catch leftovers. And for now, this is unpleasant, but fine. You seriously don't have a big pool down here? I need to set up a bloody vertical horizontal network here. For the power grid. Something that basically goes, what, you need power, here's your connection. Alright, so this last one doesn't really... Oh, it does. Everything's running. Okay. This will take 150 a second. So 300, 600. So this pump can actually fill twice as many of these. That's fair. Alright. Now at that, these guys are running non-stop. We have one already made. So let's make another one. Whoa. We'll add one more here. Are we out of pipes? Looks like we are in fact out of pipes. Did not expect to need another pole in there. Okay. Your problem is you can't seem to get rid of the yuck water quick enough. See what happened here. Like, there should be an awful lot of water tanks. So now this is only 100 and this is a lot more than that. But this has many points to hook into. Which is why I did this instead of the one of these big tanks. I wanted to be able to have potentially more off hooks. And these guys should hopefully empty out quickly. $18K. I'm hoping that'll clear out relatively quickly. These guys a look at the map. Oh. I can't look at that yet. No radars all over. It's an interesting problem to have in this particular thing. Isn't that nice? Look at it go. So what's eating all the materials right now? Looks like belts. Which is okay in my book. Get them belts running. Particularly these red belts. Because we'll probably have certain things, particularly iron, get switched to red belts. How many of these do we have? Ooh, I'll take them. So what's the shortage? Transistors. Transistors are not working because of plastic. I'm all about the jerry rig today. That'll work. I mean, there's only 77 more of those in there, but that's okay. Just keep that producing for now. Alright guys, well, it looks like it has been that time. It is now that time. We got iron running, so when we come back, we will see about adapting copper. In fact, I will start telling the robots to disassemble the copper. And hopefully we can make our plan such that we can get the steel in there too, conveniently. So look forward to that, hopefully, when we come back in the very next video. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Peace.